applied by the translators. For I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom. Edom means red or uh, earthly, just as Esau does. This man asked for some of the stew, and Jacob saw his chance. Took a he is the trickster and the traitor, and he wanted the birthright. He said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." Let's stop and look for a minute at the value of the birthright and what it means. It means that the one who had it was the head of the house. It also means that the one who had it was the priest of the family. In this particular family, it means that the one who had it would be the one who would be in line that would lead to Christ. Do you think that Esau had valued it at all? Jacob knew that he didn't. He attached no importance to it, and he didn't want to be the priest of the family. In fact, that's the last thing that he wanted to be. In our day, sometimes when a Christian is asked to do something for the cause of Christ, he replies, "Oh, I'm not a preacher. I can't do that." There are too many folks today who do not want to do that which is spiritual. They don't even want to give the impression that they are interested in spiritual things. That was Esau. He didn't want to give that impression. If anyone would have called him deacon or preacher, it would have insulted him. He didn't want the birthright. He didn't care about being in the line that led to Christ. No one would have cared less about being in that line. Jacob sees this and he says to him, "I'll tell you what I'll do. If you'll give me your birthright, I'll give you a bowl of stew." Esau was very happy with the bargain. He said, "I'll be very happy to do it. What profit is the birthright to me? What do I care about the birthright? I'd rather have a bowl of stew." That is the value which he attached to spiritual things. Let us remember that Jacob also was wrong in what he did. God had promised, "The elder shall serve the younger." The birthright is coming to Jacob in God's own time. Jacob can't wait, so he reaches out to take that which God has promised him. He takes it in a clever, tricky fashion. He should have waited for God to give it to him. This man operated on the principle that he would do what he could for himself. He thought that as long as he could help himself, there was no reason to look to God to perform it. He felt thoroughly capable of taking care of his own business. At the beginning, he really did rather well as far as the world would measure him. But there came a day when God sent this man off to college, and Uncle Laban was the president of the college. It was known as the College of Hard Knocks, and Jacob was going to learn a few things in the College of Hard Knocks. But here, he is still operating on the principle that he is clever enough to get what is coming to him. Now, Chuck Smith has some things to add here in verse 30, which was, "And Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, uh, uh, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom." The venison, Edom. The Edomites come from Esau, that is now Edom. And so we run into them again. As I said, the Edomites uh, were the ones that hired Baal and tried to trick the Jews into being cursed by God. So I guess that's about all Chuck has to say about that. And that